You're not holding a rifle. You're holding an iPhone 17 Pro. But in the next 10 minutes, your thumb will decide who lives, who dies, and who becomes a saint in the eyes of 10 million people. Welcome to the most dangerous marketing job on earth. This is your life as a cartel social media manager. You're a kid from a border town with a gift for editing. You aren't a sicario. You're a tech head. You spend your nights in internet cafes making fan edits of your favorite rappers. One day, you get a DM. No profile picture, no bio, just a link to an encrypted Telegram chat and a simple message. We like your style. Want to make real money? You think it's a joke until a courier drops off a brand new MacBook Pro and a burner phone at your door. Your first task? Spend 14 hours a day in the comment sections of rival cartel pages. You are an invisible soldier in a war of words. You report accounts, you sow disinformation, and you boost the likes on your employer's propaganda. You are free labor in a digital sweatshop. But you're being watched. If you leak a single screenshot of that Telegram chat, you don't just lose the job, you lose everything. You passed the test. Now you're an associate. They fly you to a safe house, a mansion in the hills of Jalisco. Your job isn't just to comment anymore. It's to curate. You are given access to raw footage from the front lines. It's brutal. It's unedited. It's the stuff that gets banned from the internet in seconds. Your job is to find the heroic moments. A soldier sharing bread with a local villager. A convoy handing out toys during Christmas. You have to scrub the blood off the image. You start kicking up engagement metrics to your handler. If a video doesn't hit 100,000 views in the first hour, it's on your head. The risk is high. The police are tracking the metadata on every file you touch. If you're sloppy and leave a GPS tag on a photo of a high-ranking lieutenant, the family gets raided and you get disappeared. You've been earning for years. You've successfully managed 3 major charity campaigns that went viral globally. Now you're on record with a regional commander. You are his digital shadow. This is the most dangerous time. The bosses are vetting your loyalty. They investigate your family, your browsing history, and your friends. They want to know if you're a rat for the DEA. You start learning the art of narco-aesthetics. You know exactly which filters make a gold-plated pistol look aspirational rather than terrifying. You are the one who ensures the cartel looks like a state within a state. You're the reason the locals call the boss the grandfather instead of the butcher. One mistake, one post that reveals too much of the boss's face, and your career ends in a shallow grave. Then one day you were told to dress up. You aren't going to a basement. You're going to a high-end corporate office in Mexico City that doesn't officially exist. You are made. You are now a made man of the digital wing. You are untouchable by the street thugs. You have a crew of 5 content associates working under you. They handle the raw footage. You handle the strategy. Your job is to supervise the narrative. You make sure that TikTok challenges using the cartel's favorite anthems stay trending. You ensure the Robin Hood image is reinforced every Friday when the trucks go out with food supplies. You don't edit the videos yourself anymore. You approve the final cut. But you are still a soldier. When the boss says a rival needs to be shamed online, you launch a coordinated character assassination that ruins their reputation before the physical assassins even arrive. Some guys are good at branding. Turns out, you're good at digital violence. When a journalist starts digging too deep into the cartel's lithium mines, they send you. You are the terror mechanism of the 21st century. You don't use a gun, you use a botnet. You swarm the journalists' accounts with death threats. You leak their private photos. You create a digital no-fly zone around anyone who speaks against the family. You are the reason people are afraid to even type the boss's name. You know which dark web hackers can shut down a city's power grid for a distraction. You are feared because you can take someone's life away without ever touching them. Your commander has a problem. He's under heavy surveillance, or perhaps he's gone underground following the fall of Mencho.
He points to you. Now you're the acting brand manager for the entire faction. You are the substitute teacher with life and death power over the cartel's public face. You run the press office, but the seat isn't yours. This is a test. You have to keep the engagement high while the boss is away. You have to make sure the soldiers don't post sloppy selfies that give away their location. If the views stop, the boss thinks you're losing the hearts and minds of the people. If you become too famous yourself, if the media starts calling you the digital genius, the boss gets jealous. You have to be the voice of the cartel while remaining a ghost. The acting title is gone. You are a capo of communications. You run a network of 50 creators and thousands of bots. You control the narrative of an entire state. You are a mid-level executive who never touches a drug brick, but you manage the perception of the entire multi-billion-dollar industry. Your primary job is to buffer the boss from the terrorist label. You meet with your team in high-end malls or virtual reality chat rooms. You don't take cash, you take Bitcoin. You are the responsible for the soft power of the organization. If the U.S. government tries to designate the cartel as a foreign terrorist organization, you launch a counter-campaign that highlights the cartel's social work. You are the judge and jury of the digital street. If two soldiers have a beef on Instagram, you settle it before the boss hears about it. You prevent the streets from running red by keeping the digital peace. You must be charming, tech-savvy, and incredibly careful with your encryption keys. You are now the third person in the boss's inner circle. You are the AI counselor. You don't have a territory. You have the boss's ear. You are the only one who can tell him he's wrong when he wants to post a brutal execution video. You say, wait, think about the algorithm. Think about the shadow ban. Think about the federal heat. You are an expert in international law and tech policy. You advise on how to structure the cartel's legitimate tech companies to launder billions through mobile gaming apps and NFT wash trading. You are the mediator. You are safe because you're not a threat to the throne. You are the brain that keeps the throne invisible. You are the VP of Global Operations. You are second in command of the most sophisticated propaganda machine in history. The boss sets the vision. I want to be loved. And you make it happen. You handle the day-to-day digital offensives. You collect the data envelopes from all the regional hubs. You settle disputes that are too big for the social media managers, but too small for the boss. If the feds build a case, they hit your servers first. You are the layer of cyber insulation that keeps the boss off the FBI's most wanted list for another year. You are the heir apparent, but that makes you the #1 target for every young hacker who wants your job. You made it. You survived the platform bans, the server raids, and the treachery of the real world. You are the father of the digital empire. You sit at the head of a table in a room with no windows, surrounded by monitors. You are a ghost. You never touch a gun. You never even touch a smartphone anymore. You whisper an order to your digital underboss, and 3 days later, an entire country's narrative has shifted. You decide who gets canceled permanently. You decide which rival cartel's digital infrastructure gets wiped off the map. You have total power over what 100 million people believe is the truth. But you have no peace. Your best coder wants your job. The NSA has a dedicated satellite just to find your IP address. There is no retirement. There is no logging off. You stay on the throne, managing the Robin Hood myth until the day the screen goes black, either by a surgical drone strike or a prison cell with no Wi-Fi. This is the life you chose. You are the architect of the lie, and now the lie owns you. The scariest part? You might have already liked one of their videos today without even knowing it. The war for the soul of Mexico isn't being fought in the streets anymore. It's being fought in your For You page. If you want to know how the fall of El Mencho in 2026 changed this digital war forever, click the video on the left. Stay curious, stay safe.